Get your phone call out of the way.
Did I interfere with the show?
Barely. I mean, you barely made it. You just put your phone in your pocket.
Time management.
Hello, it is Pick Central, Barstool's daily gambling show. I am Brandon Walker. I'm flanked by the lovely and talented Rico Bosco. Hello, Rico.
What's up? What's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
I mean, it'd be a lot better if Alabama knew how to play football.
Well, they're not all that good. They're not going to make the playoff. It's fine. We'll talk about them later. All right, to my left, Marty Mush not here today, but Smitty is here. Hi, Smitty.
Sup, fellas?
I guess Ben Mintz isn't here today either.
That felt right.
And then to my immediate left, dressed for his own funeral, is Big F with every piece of black clothing that he owns. Hello, Big F.
I'm a dead man walking.
Tough weekend?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It wasn't good. There was nothing good about it. Down 11 units, you can see. It's real life. It's more than that, for sure, responsibly.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State put up 66, though.
They did. That was a winner.
Ohio State's back.
Ohio State. We're all the way back.
I mean,
They're the best team in the Big Ten.
without question.
They're the best team in the Big Ten.
glad I picked them.
I just can't wait till we start getting to play the Michigan States and we just shit pump them and remind them that we're us and they're them.
I think you've got October 30th is when the whole it all
Well,
starts.
we have a bye this week and we got Penn State at home next week.
No, October 30th.
23rd.
30th. I'll bet a solid amount of money on it.
Could have swore that we have off this week and we play.
I'm almost
Penn
certain
State.
October 30th has Michigan State, and Ohio State, Penn State.
Oh, I forgot. We have a bye. We play Indiana first.
Right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Indiana first.
October 30th
Looking past
or
Indiana.
November 1st. Pretty sure it was the 30th. Still one of the best games I've ever watched. Texas Tech, Texas. Halloween weekend, all blacked out
Was
in
that,
Lubbock.
Was that Michael Crabtree at the
yes.
end? Okay, yeah.
I
yeah,
picked Texas Tech to
Graham
win the whole
Harrell.
thing that summer.
That was a
And they
great.
ended up losing to where the
2008?
fuck they lost.
2008, I
I
believe?
swear to God, yeah.
That was a great year. Fantastic year. Graham Harrell, I think, finished top 5 for the Heisman.
Graham Harrell was unbelievable.
The Big 12 was good that year because Oklahoma didn't even. They weren't even in that game. Texas was good. Texas Tech was good. There was another team that was good too. I don't know who it was. Anyway, we'll talk about all that. Okay, so we got a lot to talk about. I think one of the best weekends in sports we've seen in a long time. Great college football day. Phenomenal college football day. Great playoff baseball. Pretty good NFL, I guess. So we'll start with the NFL. No, actually, we'll start with Barstool. So how are we feeling, guys?
I tweeted this morning. I didn't know who John Cusack was until White Sox.
That's
did.
crazy.
See, well, it's crazy.
Literally had never even heard. Like,
No,
I don't think
that
I've
makes
heard that
sense.
name.
It's crazy, but we were talking today, like me, Jeff Lowe, Lights Camera Barstool guys, and somebody asked, is John Cusack an A-list actor? In my mind,
No.
he still kind of was, and then we looked it up. His last
Yeah.
known movie was 2013.
Yeah.
Lee Daniels, The Butler.
Was he? I guess would he have been considered A-list in like the late '80s? I don't know that he was ever A-list.
I think he was like right outside the Pussy Patrol with like Leo and all of them. He wasn't A-list, but I mean, Say Anything, like pretty iconic movie. He was an 8 Men Out.
Yeah.
He was like an established actor.
he literally played a White Sox.
I think-
Eight Men Out.
I think from Con Air in 97 to like 2012 and 2012, fringe A-list.
I don't think he was fringe A-list. I think he was a solid known actor. I don't think he A-list. I think is your top 5 to 7 actors in Hollywood. I'm not sure he was ever that.
That makes sense.
See,
that he doesn't know.
A-list, I
think
would say
A-list could go a
15 to
little.
20.
I was going to say I think A-list is a little deeper.
I don't think A-list goes. How's it A-list if it goes 20 deep?
Because it depends on the time.
Do we have to rattle
If
off
you have,
A-list
like-
right now? Is that what this is going to
No,
become?
we don't have to A-list right now. We don't have to because this is not about how
like
famous.
Jeremy Renner, is he A-list right now?
I don't think Jeremy Renner.
Yeah,
is.
I think he is.
I say no.
Okay. All right. Anyway, I don't think we need to do an
Close, but
A-list
no.
conversation.
Oh, I would love
so
it.
fringe A-list.
I kind of like it too.
I want the chat boys to just
Dude,
12 at a time.
Well, because I think
1408
there's, like-
Identity, he's in a bunch of
Because I
like
think
solid movies.
Right now, you'd say there's got to be 5-10 that I think are like no brainers, like the Leos and like the Brad Pitts and like
Right.
that.
Bradley
group.
Cooper.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper. I would even call like at this point the movies he's been in like a Jonah Hill and A-lister.
I would say Jonah Hill's fringe A-list.
Fringe. I think
Yeah.
that's fair because he's like but he's just been in some huge movies at this point.
Okay. All right. We're just having the A-list conversation then. Fine.
You know
fine.
who's not A-list?
Who?
White Sox, Dave.
No. Listen, and TJ, if we can get the original video, if we can maybe get the picture of John Cusack just looking right down at White Sox Dave.
Down a few feet.
I don't know how I don't know about the merits of the argument, whatever, but if you've got a picture taken of you looking dead up at somebody who's looking, I mean, John Cusack is looking down into his soul. John Cusack's only like 6'2". It's hard to win a PR battle when that picture exists. I don't know. It's great. It's great content. It's fantastic. But John Cusack kind of, look at that. Look how he looks like he's standing on a soapbox or something.
He goes, "You're banned." Like the way and you knew that he had to know. Cusack had, correct me if I'm wrong, Cusack was aware of him beforehand, no?
I don't know.
Well, they had a Twitter interaction in June.
At least murmurs,
But
yeah.
I just think when you're somebody like that who you're walking around wearing Cubs hats and White Sox hats, I'm sure you get it on Twitter enough that your guard's up a little bit.
Yeah.
You're at the White Sox game.
Plus, I mean, Cusack's got to be a little bit off the rails right now at this point. If he's A, interacting with somebody like White Sox Dave and the plebes on Twitter, B, if he's just out there in a White Sox game that approachable like that. If he was fringe A-list before, he's nowhere near it now. That's confirmed.
Yeah, so I think Cusack is confirmed crazy. I think he's crazy.
Yeah.
I think, but that's endearing to me. I kind of like that an actor is crazy and like us.
The Squires thing, like I was watching Mush Line that they talked about earlier. That was like his ace in the hole.
Yeah.
Like that's a guy I've never heard of a guy that was the first baseman the White Sox.
But Cusack's older than White Sox Dave.
But I'm saying this guy. He has 6 career home runs, the guy brought up.
Well,
he was a utility infielder in the mid-'80s. Like,
no, he was a first baseman.
That's a good way to prove a point, though, that you're a fan of a team.
No, but I think it was more like he had that ace, and it was like, say, another guy, he might not know him.
Here's the thing. John Cusack has brought up Squires before on Twitter.
That's the point that I think that's the ace.
That could be like
ace
the
in the
only
back
one that he has.
That he flipped it out like a gun. Like he was like
Not-
it was holstered up, ready to go.
Not the worst move, by the way.
Right.
Question is
Pretty
White
solid.
Sox
Not the
fandom.
worst
Yeah,
move.
you know Billy Squires, motherfucker.
It's just fascinating and amazing.
Mike Squires?
Yeah, Billy Squires is the singer. It's amazing that John Cusack, a very well-known, formerly respected actor, is able to insult White Sox Dave's intelligence, his height, his hygiene, all while, in the end, White Sox Dave, he was right.
Well, I
agree with White Sox Dave.
Dave's 100% right.
Listen,
You can't wear Cubs and White Sox hats, you fucking fraud.
I don't get into the business of telling grown men who they can or cannot root for. That's
am.
not what I do.
No.
I will
but-
do that. I'll do it.
You can't be walking around Chicago with both hats.
Like if there was a New York actor who would show up at Yankees games with a Yankees hat and Mets games with a Mets hat.
I'm sure that guy exists, right?
But I'm saying I don't say you're a Yankees fan and when the Mets made the run in 2015, if you went to the game, no issues. You're there wearing a Mets hat, fuck you.
Like Seinfeld. If Seinfeld ever starts doing shit for the Yankees, it's like
if he went to a World Series game, I don't care. You can't put on the hat.
Billy Crystal wears both hats.
Billy Crystal is also a Clippers fan. Like,
Billy Crystal is top 5 likable guys of like.
I know that, but he's a diehard Yankees fan. Wears the Yankees, goes to Yankees games, and then when he's in movies, he wears the Mets hat. City Slickers wears the Mets hat.
He did wear it.
Well,
he actually took an at bat for the Yankees in spring training.
That's true.
Once.
Yeah.
That's
again,
an actor.
Again,
See,
John Cusack grows up a Cubs fan, innate man out. Are you allowed to be a White Sox fan then?
I think so. I mean, he played Buck Weaver.
Just because you're in a movie, the director might have wanted him to wear a Mets hat.
Wasn't there something with
he made the choice.
Gone Girl and Affleck?
Ben Affleck.
That is that's the story I was going to tell you. Shut down production.
See, I love that. Like I respect that.
He couldn't understand it. That Affleck is all-timer for me for that. That's credit.
I think that's the move that if my acting career ever blossomed, I'd be like, no, I'm good on the Red Sox.
All right, here's the original video. Fist bump.
Nuts.
Hey, step up. From what? The White Sox bandwagon. You can't root for the Cubs. I can because I did a movie. I know you did, but you can't tell me where. I can like whoever I want. Who was the first baseman in 1983?
He went straight to it.
No,
That's an ace in the hole.
that means you're off. But I'm younger than that. That proves your ignorance. That's not ignorance. You know who Lamar Odom was? Lamar Odom? Yeah, of course I know. You know who Oscar Gamble was? Yes. I know all of them. I know all those guys too. I think it proves your ignorance. But I mean, you can't. It's all about. I made a movie about it. Half the fun about being a fan is being miserable. You can't just go to the Cubs side when. I went to the ballparks growing up. But that doesn't count. You can't do that. That's like against the rules. That's the best part of having in Chicago is that you got 2 teams to root for. We'll have to agree to disagree. Agree to disagree, I guess, but I think it's...
Okay, now wait. Wait.
Stinks.
They agreed to disagree. It was all friendly, fist bump, And then Cusack goes to Twitter and loses his
Well,
mind.
Dave also.
They both did. Yeah.
Didn't help his own
Dave,
cause.
the part Dave did, and it's hard when you get people yelling at you. I thought Dave could have replayed a gun out of his holster and start asking recent questions.
Yeah.
Who's batting fifth tonight?
But that's
And have
also
him,
that's also assuming that White Sox Dave has an IQ higher than any given marsupial.
Any cognitive
Walking around.
abilities whatsoever. Yes. He is a caveman.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah, he shut down pretty quick.
Yeah.
I like Dave, but he's
Foul little boy is just hilarious.
So-
Trisha Arquette is in the mix.
Yeah.
Like,
How many times can one man be called Bubba and still allowed to carry around their nuts?
Do you see what
Love it.
Carl tweeted a picture, an article from like NBC Chicago.
Yeah.
Cusack previously made Williams banned White Sox bandwagon list, a group that includes former President Barack Obama, Domino's Pizza, among 50 others.
Let's make sure we're on the same page. It's
That's
John
so funny.
Cusack. Smitty, you say it wrong, and Ev, you just said it wrong.
What I said,
John?
Cusack?
John Cusack.
Cusack.
Cusack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
All
don't
right.
give a fuck how you say his name.
I mean, freaking Pat
He's
over
such a
there.
bum, I
Pat,
didn't even know who he was till 20
Pat over
minutes
there's
ago.
tweeting out Cusack.
Yeah. Somebody else, my wrestling guy did like Kukask. I was like, whatever.
That should just show how irrelevant he is. If you're under like 30, you don't even know who he is.
I would say,
Yeah.
for 20-year-olds, he's probably definitely
I literally-
irrelevant.
Tough look.
I've
Not being in
never
a
heard
movie
of
in
him.
like 10
So-
years.
He's one of that guy. He's a
Seeing the
that guy
face-
for you guys.
Seeing the face, I'm kind of like, all right, like I've probably seen that
You-
face.
you will know this.
I've heard the name like Con Air. I was seeing those good. I've never seen these
I don't
movies.
think he's.
I've never,
I don't know him enough to. Whatever. I've actually only seen Say Anything once. My father just texted me too and says Say Anything is a total A-list movie.
You should watch 8 Men Out.
I actually haven't
See,
seen
like
that.
I
either.
saw 8 Men Out like
But you-
15
All right,
years
Ed,
ago.
High
you've-
Fidelity, 1408,
you've seen this a
Identity.
million- he's just one of
being
those guys-
John Malkovich.
Listen.
Classics.
I know the guy. It's just
classic.
one of those where I don't know his ins and outs. Like, it's. Do you know who John Cusack is? Yes. Can you tell me 5 movies in? No. I think that happens
Yeah,
with
okay.
stars.
All right,
Either way,
all right.
Ev, you'll know this. You ever seen the scene where, or in pop culture, where the guy holds a radio over his head?
Is that like that's the first one to do it?
Yeah, he did it in a movie. Say Anything.
He did it in the movie Say Anything. He like the girl
It's a
breaks
meme.
up and he goes and
yeah.
plays the song.
But so that's become like a thing in pop culture. That was the first one.
That was where it's from.
Because that's
yes.
I feel like that's become just a thing. Like when
Yes.
like go outside the girl's door with
yes.
the radio.
He
playing,
was the
whatever.
original one.
Interesting.
in
Okay.
your
That's Say
eyes.
Anything.
It's a trailblazer.
In your
Peter
eyes.
Gabriel.
Yeah. I once made.
The heat in
Yes,
your
Brandon
eyes.
Walker thought it was vampires.
I once made a my AOL AIM profile thing of a girl I was dating in your eyes because she liked that as well, like with the initials. Broke up like 3 weeks later.
Are you kind of a psycho? That's a psycho move.
No, that was a
You
that
can
was
find
a
a
move.
good.
That
We
was
were
a move
listening to it in the
night.
car. She's like, "I love this song." Done.
You always had to have a nod to whoever you were dating or attempting to date in your away message.
Okay.
Right.
All right. I think I missed that
Yeah, you-
phenomenon
well,
too.
I mean, I'm not sure what kind of internet you had, but
that. And where he's
Ma-
from, he's in a lot of like probably hate groups.
Made a lot of
He's got an agenda on the internet. He's
made a
one
lot of
those guys.
squeaking noises as it signed in to the you remember the noise that they don't have to hear anymore.
Where are we meeting up to fix the world based on our area of population? That's what Brandon's internet.
We never had to wonder there was just one place. We all knew where to go. It wasn't even it was behind the haircutting place.
There you go.
All right, so
solid rally.
okay, relax. I've never been in the Klan. I don't have any immediate family members that were in the Klan.
Never said you were.
Okay,
Or
all right.
insinuated.
Immediate. I just want to stress immediate. I never had anyone in my nuclear family. All right, NFL yesterday. The Bills are the best team in the league. Anybody disagree?
Cardinals are undefeated, but yes.
Yeah, well, Steelers were 11-0 last year. Nobody
Rams,
believed in them.
I think the Rams Bills will be a very good matchup.
The
right
Chargers are pretty fucking good too.
Yeah, I think the
very-
Cowboys are good, but I think the Bills are the best team.
So I think the Browns are fucking good.
Yeah.
If it was a VIP,
Browns
of, like
should've won
we
that
can we
game.
can only let 3 people in right now. The Chargers are the ones still waiting by the front gate to the club.
Yeah, I guess. Why would you only let 3 in though?
Yeah.
It's early in the season. Let's let about 8 in to the elite club.
All right, I just wanted to make a point.
Oh,
The
you
Chargers-
made a fine point.
I still would go Arizona Bills.
I don't know. Would you
Rams.
put the Chargers right outside that group of 3? Like, would they be leading that? I don't think you can have the Chiefs in that group right now.
No.
Um,
Defense is awful.
But there's no way the Chiefs don't work their way into the club.
Yeah, no, you can't rule that out for sure.
Got to see what happens in Baltimore tonight.
And
I think they roll,
I guess you
but
could put the
they're in that
Bucks right there
conversation.
too. Cowboys
the
are pretty
Bucks.
fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bucks, the Cowboys. I mean, there's a lot of good teams.
Cowboys are impressive right now.
I mean, they curb stomped the Giants when.
But they're
Curb
kind
stomped
of
you guys too.
They're just rolling.
Yeah,
though.
well,
But that's
doesn't
what
say
that's
much.
what really good teams do to not good teams. They
Yeah.
curb stop.
And their
That's
only
what they
loss
do.
was by 2 on the road on a last-second field goal to the Bucks.
Yep.
So I mean, they're good. Please keep doubting the Cardinals. I think I will. I think the Cardinals are fine. I don't think they're one of the 3 or 4 best teams in the league.
Cardinals are like a 2-3 seed that probably gets waxed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Some way somehow.
But they're exciting.
They'll very much.
Yeah.
So.
And Rondale Moore, by the way.
Unbelievable.
That catch. The fact that they were able to add Rondale Moore to that stable of athletes is
I can't believe he didn't go in the first round.
Yeah, he's so
I know
good.
he didn't play, but I mean, or last year, I mean, he didn't play, but I mean, the guy's unreal.
Kingsbury's a guy looking to prove himself too,
Yeah, he is.
which is what I like.
Oh.
But
So is Kyler Murray to an extent.
yeah.
but that could also hurt you in the playoffs as well.
Well, they're both guys
the
that
game experience. You've seen a ton of guys have the game experience, figure it out. Like, so I'm a little worried about that as well.
They're both guys that you wondered when he got hired and drafted, is this going to work in the NFL? Kyler, I think I wondered less about, but I did wonder. Cliff Kingsbury wasn't even that impressive in college. He's going to go to the NFL and be very good, and he's been good. He's got to
He's
figure it out.
running the same plays just with better athletes. Like,
Yeah.
he just couldn't get those guys at Texas Tech. He's a good offensive mind.
And he has
when they clicked, they scored.
And he has
you
a
know?
special quarterback, or
without a
especially
doubt.
skilled quarterback.
Yeah,
I don't know if
without a
he's a
doubt.
top.
Who would you guys take right now, the Cowboys or the Cardinals? If you had to pick one.
I would
right
take
now.
the Cowboys.
I would take the Cowboys as well. And I like the Cardinals.
I'm going to take the Cardinals because I was higher on them in the preseason, but it's splitting hairs.
Yeah.
Cowboys are a good football
Cowboys
I think I would take
offense
the
looks
Cowboys.
unstoppable.
team. Yeah, they're a good football team.
They're adding the Packers. The Packers are a good team.
They're still there.
You always
for sure.
have to put them in the conversation.
Yeah. Speaking of the Packers, one of the wildest games I've ever seen.
Just both teams refusing to win the game.
Well, yeah. Did they turn on like a wind tunnel?
It was forced, and like
That was unbelievable.
one was a 57-yarder that doinked. Whatever. But I think, we're talking 46, 49 yarders that were getting missed. And then the poor Evan McPherson, I think he's a rookie from Florida. He kicks it, starts celebrating, starts patting everybody, thinks it's right down the middle. I thought it was right down the middle, too.
Kicked it perfectly.
Dave mushed it.
Dave mushed it. Dave's like, it's right down.
Dave was like, good.
Yeah.
Me and him actually both of the Bengals, and I was like, oh my.
I had the Bengals.
But that was like, it literally was dead straight and it just bang. Just
I had the
hard
Bengals
to
at
the
plus
side.
480. So you weren't there. You don't go to streams anymore. We were talking about it.
Hold on, buddy. You went to one stream.
Just fucking take the joke and keep rolling.
All right.
Would you have gone for it on 4th and 1 the way those fucking kickers were going? I said absolutely not kick this.
I said
You have way better.
You're
of a
talking about the
chance.
4th and 1 that ended up being the winning field goal?
Nope. The same one that the Bengals missed on
Okay,
the crazy
all right.
one. Same situation, right?
Yeah.
It was 4th and 1.
It was in overtime.
I said it. I go, I
In
wouldn't
overtime.
kick. I wouldn't kick. They're a fucking disaster right now.
Yeah, I think I would have trusted the kicker one more time because he only missed 2, right? The other guy missed 3.
McPherson?
Yeah.
And it was
And the
a
one he
it was
hit-
a 57-yarder and a 49.
Right, the one he missed previously was a 57-yarder that he doinked. Like
that had tons of leg.
right. That one was, you can understand why he missed that one. So no, I think I kicked
I
with
would
him.
have sent him back out.
I
You're
would've
saying
gone-
make this
I
kick,
would've
you win
gone
the
for it.
football game. I'm letting him kick
I think I'm still going for
But
it
I'm saying
for
you
the
go
yard.
for it, you don't get it, you look like such a fucking idiot.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think you're like an idiot for trying the kick.
All right.
Also, Lions bad. Not
Not
bad.
that bad.
We said it yesterday.
They're not that bad.
It's a good
What-
day
what-
for the
what-
not that bad.
3-2 against the spread.
They're just not that bad. They're bad. They're bad.
But they're not that bad.
They're not that bad.
Vikings are bad.
The Vikings can beat anybody and also lose to anybody in the league. I've never seen anything
The
like it.
Vikings went through with like 3 minutes left. I thought they were going to cover the 10, and all of a sudden they were losing the game. It
I
was
legitimately turned to
When they missed
Ev
the field goal. I was like, that was brutal. 'cause
during
I
the
had minus
Lions
10.
game. I said, "Hey, buddy, it's gonna be a good day tomorrow for the not that bad crew." I'm so
That's it.
glad you
I
brought
was like
that
looking
up.
at my chops. I was like,
Brought
"Man."
that up. Yeah.
Hey, credit to Campbell for going for 2 there.
Yeah.
No, have
Took
to.
a lot of
Have
notes.
to.
There was a
Correct-
debate.
correct
I
execution.
saw it coming. There was a debate that he wasn't going to go for 2.
No, have to.
Have to.
When you're 0-4, you go for 2.
Yeah, he knows he's not playing for like the playoffs or something. He's playing to win games. He's playing
And
to try to
and
create
the
momentum.
like you just
Yeah.
swing like that, you go try to win the game.
It's Monday, which means that it's time for the People's Pick. Head to the Barstool Sportsbook Twitter page to vote for which player you want boosted first touchdown scorer odds for during tonight's Baltimore-Indianapolis game on Monday Night Football. The poll closes at 3 p.m., and the player with the most votes will be boosted for tonight's game on the Barstool Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Tennessee, call or text the Tennessee Red Line, 800-889-9789. Fade B-Walk on NFL, you'll retire early. I went 4-0-1 in the early window yesterday. I went 4-1-1 yesterday. Suck my dick. I had the best NFL day of all time yesterday. 4-1-1.
You want to do that again?
Suck my dick.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Let's see. What else? Saints bounce back. Giants lose everybody. Everybody got hurt.
Only thing that carries Tony is a phenomenal football player.
Yeah, not good.
Might be an idiot, though.
Whatever.
Yeah, because Lawrence Taylor is really passing all those tests.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know what? You're down a few scores.
Punch somebody.
Yeah, fuck it.
Punch somebody.
It's not college. We'll be playing next week, I think.
By the way, you guys need to shut the fuck up once every now and then.
No.
Because you guys got
I know you're talking about.
You guys got the Frank the Tank thing going on.
No,
Yeah, you do. You got the Frank the Tank thing going on. If you watch you guys on Twitter in the first half, you think the Eagles are getting beat by 40. You think the Eagles are the worst team in the history of the league. You think, oh my God, this guy should be fired tonight. And then I look, you're fucking winning the football game.
Well, here's the thing. Chris Long actually had a good tweet featuring the dichotomy of Eagles fans. You look at Twitter and you think the Eagles are playing the worst football game in the history of the NFL, and then you look at the score and they're only down by 2. Both can be true because both were true.
I don't think both can be true, Smitty.
Brandon Walker, yes.
You're not the worst team in the history of the NFL if you're down by 2.
Look,
Panthers kind of suck too. Though.
I canceled the Eagles with 2 minutes left or 3 minutes left in the second quarter when a snap went through Jalen Hurts' hands for a safety. They're down 15-3, and they had more penalty yards than they did actual yards. Nick Sirianni's game plan was absolutely dog dick. One of the worst game plans.
Nick Sirianni won the game.
No, he didn't. The defense won the game. The special teams won the game. And more so, the Carolina Panthers lost that game. If they actually cared about the NFL in Charlotte, which they don't, Matt Rule's sack would be on a plate right now being ready to be lit on fire because the Panthers displayed the most outrageous incompetence I have seen in a long, long time, allowing the Eagles win that football game.
You guys are Frank the Tank.
No, because
you put nothing but misery in the world, and then it's not that bad.
No, because if you follow this team, if you follow this team and watch every single play, the fan base is on my side with this. People who actually understand and watch the game are on my side. This team got lucky yesterday, which I'm happy about. I'm very, very happy about. Also, Jalen Hurts played absolutely dog shit the first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter, he played great. He stepped up. He won. Nick Sirianni ran the ball 4 times in the first half against a team that was second in the league against the pass. Fourth quarter, actually decided to run the ball, and things changed a little bit. But the Panthers lost that game.
TJ, did my mic go out? TJ, my mic go out? Okay, TJ. Did White Sox Dave release a statement? The chat boys are acting like he released a statement, some sort of statement on Twitter or something. I don't know. So check into that. If we got it, let's do it. If they're just messing with me, that's fine.
Also, an all-time Frank the Tank moment yesterday. Rico, I don't know if you were still there. It was Red Sox. They're up 4-2. Wander Franco hits a home run. They're freaking out. He's like, he goes, it's just a solo home run.
Right.
I was like, Frank the Tank.
Yeah.
He goes, it's just a solo home run in the 8th inning of the ALDS in a 1-1 series.
When I tell
all
you
time.
He was going berserk yesterday over the Dolphins halftime.
Is
Real
a statement?
quick here, greasy little foul boy with bad breath checking in, giving my last couple of 2 cents on the John Cusack, Patricia Arquette situation from last night. So I walked up to John Cusack. Everybody's seen the video, over 1 million views. I don't know how. I didn't think it was that funny. Anyways, I walked up to him and said, you're on my ban list. Obviously, the ban list is a joke. I am not the gatekeeper of White Sox fandom. It's more of a way, originally, a way to tell White Sox fans to fuck off when they said the rebuild was an abject failure, which it never was. Look at the position they're in. They got great talent up and down the roster, blah, blah, blah. John Cusack's on there because he would always go to Wrigley and be singing Go Cubs Go and all this shit. That's fine. I don't care. But as someone who suffered the pain and sorrows of that 5-year rebuild, I'd be lying at the same time to say that it doesn't irk me a little bit that he just pops his head in and now he's a White Sox fan without having stepped foot in the stadium for the last few years.
I don't think he knows what a statement is.
Mike Squires from the 83 team. I wasn't alive by the time Mike Squires retired. I do know the name. I know he's like a little scrappy glove first baseman, whatever. someone brought up a good point. I'd like to see John Cusack named the starting first baseman on the 2016 White Sox, like the Nicky Delmonicos of the world. He doesn't know that kind of shit.
Why didn't you do that?
It is what it is, though.
For sure.
I am annoyed that he's popping his head in, getting all these great seats without having showed his face at Sox Park for the last 5 years. At the same time, the guy can root for whoever he wants. I was having fun with it and busting his balls. He took it fucking serious with that finger point, asked me about Billy Squires or Mike Squires and all that shit. It is what it is. Cusack, he can suck my balls. I don't care. He's taking it just he like way too seriously. I was just fucking around. And for the record, I wasn't doing that for clout. I would have 1,000% done that exact same thing if there was no cameras around. And anybody in the Barstool Chicago office or anybody who knows me can attest to that. That's just the way it goes. That was not a clout chasing move. Go White Sox.
I hate
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
who are you trying to please there, Dave?
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the worst statement I've ever heard.
I hate
Well,
that
I mean, you
statement.
haven't. He
didn't actually make a statement.
Those are his statements, though.
He didn't make a statement.
I think
Exactly.
I think he should have said he was the gatekeeper.
Yeah, he should have doubled down. He should have said that he was.
John
Yeah,
Cusack.
Let me
I
tell
said
you something,
can't
John
ruin it.
Cusack. I say who's White Sox fan around
exactly.
here.
You're not.
Exactly.
You're not a White Sox
He
fan.
should have became the Joseph McCarthy of White Sox fans, right there.
We need to write White Sox Dave statements because he doesn't. Whoever's writing them now, they're not good. They're not strong enough.
Well, I mean, he's writing when he's legitimately illiterate.
Right. Yeah.
Give me
Man.
Jeff D'Lo writing past White Sox questions for White Sox Dave and current questions for Cusack right now. And have them go head to head.
Dude, if we
Be
had a
fucking
Cusack
great.
versus White Sox Dave dozen with the fucking White Sox questions, and White Sox Dave loses 9-7 because he Googles the wrong thing, that would be electric.
It's just like, why didn't he just double down there? Why didn't he just? I mean, he ended with John Cusack suck my balls. Like he could have went so much further.
Yeah, he
And
didn't
just-
say it until 2 minutes and 8 seconds in.
He should have said John Cusack sucked my balls at least 3 times. In
Yeah,
that statement.
that
Should've
should've been
started
the
with
lead-off.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
He touched on it. It's tough though. Like in the fight, like I said, like you should ask him who 2016
Let's
was. Like,
crowdsource this real quick. John, first of all, camera goes on. John Cusack, you can suck my balls. I am the gatekeeper of who a White Sox fan can be, and you are a Cubs fan. Don't come down here on the south side. Boom, 10 seconds. That statement's over.
Get all your fake. What's the right term? Your fake former A-list
Right.
friends or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Patricia Arquette. Get them all together and I can't say suck my balls, but
Right.
you can go fuck yourselves.
All right. So,
missed opportunity.
Yes.
Rico, hit that ad for me.
All right.
No, you've got it. Jesus Christ.
Fresh from San Diego, California comes the only sunglasses brand I'm ever going to wear again. I'm talking about Blenders Eyewear, and if you're going to be just as hooked, and you're going to be just as hooked when you see how awesome these shades are. I got the Sugar Max. I'm a big sunglasses guy. They're awesome. They're perfect to wear when I'm driving, walking the fucking dog, anything. They're the best. Chase Fisher started Blenders by selling his beachy shades out of a backpack while doubling as a surf instructor on Pacific Beach. His goal to create an adventurous, mid-priced eyewear option with the same cool factor as other leading styles. Unlike expensive big brand shades that you're probably lost or smashed in the past, Blenders are actually affordable. So when you're not going to cry as much when the inevitable happens. Blenders' team of in-house designers are constantly coming with new styles from orange polarized wraparounds to tortoiseshell frames with purple lenses to classic gold arms on the black lenses. And it's not just sunglasses. Blenders has prescription glasses, readers, and blue lights, as well as a snow collection with goggles and accessories. Live life forward in forward motion with Blenders today. To score 15% off your Blenders purchase, visit blenderseyewear.com and enter code PIXVIP. That's blenderseyewear.com, code PIXVIP for 15% off. Blenders rocked with pride worldwide. That's a great slogan. Who you FaceTime?
I got to do this. I got to handle some parenting at home. Talk for a second. Going to college football.
Real quick, Ben Simmons apparently might be rejoining the Sixers by the end of the week.
By the end of the week?
Yes.
But how do you like when I heard you say it's a Rowan at first? You seemed giddy. I couldn't tell if it was a genuine happy giddy or like a laughing giddy.
The Sixers with Ben Simmons are a better team. That's the only way they're able to contend this year unless they trade him for Damian Lillard or Bradley Beal, which isn't happening. Ben Simmons has forced himself into this position of dicklessness. He has no trade value. Nobody wants to take him. for him to improve his situation, he's going to need to come back and either try or pull a James Harden, fake a hamstring injury, and fucking force a trade or force the Sixers to dick him.
All right, so let's
My
talk.
dad thinks the Knicks are going to win the East.
That's fine.
Swear to God, says they're loaded with guards.
we
Every
talk-
day he's watching preseason.
You got some good guards.
Should we talk college
lunacy.
football? Nobody gives a fuck about Ben Simmons.
No, nobody does, but
It's
let me give
relevant
out
news.
something. Let me give out something right here, right now. The Sixers over under for the season. It was high last time I saw. Yeah, it's 51.5.
You pull up the Knicks?
I closed it out. They're probably like 39 or something. 51.5 is very high for a team in kind of turmoil.
What about the Utah Jazz?
What
I
about
just
them?
close it out, you motherfucker.
What about them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Biggest frauds in the NBA.
I said a random team for a laugh.
All right. I have in college football. I have
Utah Jazz, the number 1 seed last year. That's a random team.
All right, what about the
Pick up a ball once in a
Charlotte
row,
Hornets?
ref boy.
What about the Charlotte Hornets?
college football. I have several takes that are aging poorly. A couple that are aging very, very well.
Why is Alabama not getting punished?
Alabama's not going to the playoff. First
Why
of all,
are they not
I don't.
getting
I don't
punished?
care how far where they're ranked this week. They're not going to the playoff because they can't beat Georgia. Alabama, probably the 7th, 8th, maybe 9th best team this year. They're just not Alabama this year. It's fine. It happens.
I wouldn't
Their defense isn't that tough. I'm telling you,
think 8th or 9th.
they've had 2 road games.
I don't think they've beaten anybody.
They've had 2 road games against an okay Florida team, against a pretty bad Texas A&M team. They lost 141-38. They won 131-29. They hung on by the skin of their teeth. They're not that good this year. It's fine. It happens. It just is. They're not going to the playoff. So Alabama loses. And again, they got 2 more road games. They'll probably win comfortably this weekend in Starkville. No, they will win comfortably this weekend in Starkville. But they end the season at Auburn. Their quarterbacks, I mean, they haven't been very good on the road. They can very well lose to Auburn, and they can't stay within 2 touchdowns of Georgia this year.
But let me
I'm
ask you
sorry.
a question, though. Why does Alabama always get the benefit of the doubt?
Because they're Alabama. They've won 6 national titles since 2009.
It still goes back to the preseason rankings. Whatever. It drives me nuts.
I mean, Alabama's going to get the benefit of the doubt, and if any team deserves it, it is in fact Alabama. 'Cause
Bama's
they
wins
have-
are Miami, Florida, and Ole Miss.
Yeah, it's
Miami
not great.
stinks. Florida's okay. Lost to Kentucky.
It's
Ole Miss
Alabama's not
great.
that good. I mean, Alabama's defense nowhere near the level we
No,
think
but like
Alabama's
anybody
defense
else,
should be.
Ohio State loses to Oregon. They're already ready to bury Ohio State.
I think it's the fact that Ohio State lost so early. It was just kind of a shock to the system to see them lose in week 2. I don't know. It's Alabama. Alabama's always going to get the benefit, but it's going to sort itself out. And this is not one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the country this year. Now they will be very, very soon again. I just don't think they're not a playoff team this year. Okay, Iowa is where rankings. Iowa is where rankings just like make total sense and don't make any sense at all because they have earned the number 2 spot in the country. There's no chance they're the number 2 team in the country.
No. Sean Clifford doesn't get hurt.
Right.
Penn State wins by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. And but he did
let
get
me
hurt.
ask you this.
He did.
I also hate them too. But if State Penn loses a 3-point game to Iowa,
Yeah.
State Penn's 4, Iowa's 3.
Right.
Why should State Penn move back? Isn't that accurately how the ratings are supposed to go?
You're
Honestly, the only thing that game proved to me is how much Ohio State would boat race both of them.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
We're going to.
But my point is more, whatever. If you're saying 3 versus 4 and it's a 3-point game, then keep 4 at 4. And I hate them. I'm just saying.
I mean, I feel bad for actually Penn State fans for once for Clifford going down.
You're right.
I mean,
tough.
that ruined.
so
Backup just
and well,
he just
that's
didn't have
another
it.
thing.
He just didn't have
With
it.
Robinson, what do you need to do to get a competent backup QB at a place like Penn State?
Yeah,
well, in
Are
this
you
world,
kidding me?
in this
had
world
one.
of transfer portal, though, it's hard to keep a good backup.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like they had Will Levis. Will Levis is
looks
6-0 at
fucking- he looks
Kentucky.
great. Yeah, he looks
and
awesome.
he went and got him a job. Like you can't keep a good backup. There's no reason. And why would you be a backup if you're one of the top 100 quarterbacks in this country? Don't be a backup. Go play. Like Will Levis left Penn State. Now he's 6-0 at Kentucky. He's not great, but he would have won that game if he was given a
no
lead
question.
at Iowa. Listen, Iowa deserves to be number 2 based on what they've done so far this year. But no, they're just not. The quarterback's bad. The offense is bad, and they're not. Now they've gotten through the tough part of their schedule. They might go 12-0, and then they have to play. Jersey Jerry does this every time. I can't focus. He walks by looking at me like this. Why do you look at me like that every time you walk by? Hey, Jerry. Hey, you have a good day too. He at least said Brandon.
He's got great eyeballs.
Does he? He has good eyeballs. Yeah.
He's like Bears heavy.
The daintiest little hands, though. I mean, tiny hands
Short
and feet.
guy.
Carnies. small hands, smell of cabbage. Nothing?
I don't know that reference.
Is that a Mississippi thing?
Wow. I mean, he is fine. He doesn't have to get that reference. You two have got to get that reference. There's no chance you shouldn't get that reference. Carney, small hands, smell of cabbage. Nothing? God damn, you fucking idiots. Whatever. All right, so for the chat boys bitching that we're talking about college football, whatever, we're talking college football. Iowa beats Penn State. Iowa's number 2. Now, here's 5 teams that are 6-0. Michigan State, Michigan, Kentucky, SMU, Wake Forest. Who you buying stock in?
SMU.
None of them.
None of them.
None.
I do. They're
Well, what stock? Like what kind of?
I think I would buy if I'm buying stock.
None of
I
them
like
are playoff
Kentucky.
contenders.
I like Michigan. I think Michigan State's better than Michigan.
I don't think either of them are very good.
You keep.
I keep kicking the can down the road on Michigan. Yeah,
I mean, they just keep winning.
They do keep winning, but here's the thing.
That's
I
fine,
got chirped on Twitter the other day.
I want them undefeated going to Ohio State, and I hope for a discounted line. I've said it the whole time. I still think Ohio State can fucking kill them.
I got chirped on Twitter by Michigan fans saying, "Oh, you keep betting against them." They were 2.5-point favorites. They got lucky to get a fumble as Nebraska
So
has the
lucky.
ball. Nebraska has the
So
ball in a
lucky.
tie game, and their idiot-ass quarterback fumbles because he always figures out a way to lose.
The play should have been blown dead.
Play
It was
should have been
late.
blown dead.
It was late.
You won by 3, and you're acting like you went there and won by 30. Like that was.
Okay.
I would bet Nebraska again if they played Michigan
So,
next
They
week.
were losing in the fourth quarter.
So conjecture aside, yes, we might get a couple undefeated teams this year, but who do you think are the top 4 teams right here, right now?
I think
Record aside,
I think Georgia.
obviously.
I think.
Alabama, you still can say them.
Well, I don't want to say them next.
Who else is going to be in the top 4?
Ohio State's going to be there. Ohio
is
State.
going to be there, but there's nobody else besides Alabama.
Oregon could be there. I mean, we got 6 weeks. We got a whole half a season to go.
Oregon's in a predicament now where
And Oklahoma, listen, if this quarterback's good, Oklahoma
Yeah.
is going to be right there.
Yeah.
They just beat Texas, and listen, it's kind of a downhill slide for them.
That kid looked good, man.
So
I'll tell you-
Oklahoma plays one half of football this
No, but
season,
they're
and
They're
already-
6-0, and they just
They are, but they only
this
played.
new
They only played
quarterback-
one. They only played one half where they actually look like Oklahoma.
They have not looked great. They've not
No.
looked great.
This-
But Texas is not a bad football team, and this guy comes off the bench and scores 30 points and ends up winning the game. You got to project them as being right there in the playoff.
That is Caleb Williams' his name, correct?
Yeah.
He just watching him play, just his style, he reminded me of Dak a lot.
Dak.
Did you see that at all?
I don't know.
Just watching, I don't know. Just maybe it's just his size, just like the way he kind of throws the ball. I don't know. He reminded me a lot of Dak.
Oh, and Cincy should be in the mix right now, too.
Yes.
Yeah. Cincinnati should be in the mix.
Well, what's going to happen to Rattler now?
I think he's done. I think
Transfer
he'll be TCU's quarterback next year, Ole Miss's quarterback
Better
next
than
year.
that.
I mean,
He'll be shooting for the stars.
No, I don't think he can.
I think he can.
I don't think
you think he's going to leave.
I don't think a top 10 program's bringing that guy to be their quarterback.
If the other kid stays, I mean, he's a freshman. He's definitely going to leave.
No, I know. I think he will
No, I'm
leave,
saying
but
what Rico
I don't
said,
think
but-
he's going to get a top 10 program. I think he'll get like a TCU. I think he'll get an Ole Miss, something like that.
I think he could.
think it's that quick of a downfall?
Yeah, he's bad. He's
But
not good.
It's like free agency. Like you're not the starter. Like go start somewhere.
All right, yeah. I got
But
you.
I'm saying
And
I
don't
could,
think
but I
he's
could even
great,
see like
but
a.
you still
like-
guys still have that I don't know.
I could even.
He
see
was
like
labeled a 5-star in high school, and that's not his fault. Somebody else did that to him. This guy's just not a very good college football player. I mean, he throws late. He can't decide. He has happy feet. You know, he's scared to take a shot down the field.
Was he the Heisman favorite preseason?
He was one of them.
Yeah.
He was right there. Yeah.
There were people talking about him being the first overall pick in the draft in this next.
But if you look at the Heisman favorites, I mean, it's De'Aaron King, bad year, gone. Spencer Rattler, DJ, bad year.
Yeah, gone.
Sam Howell has lost 3 games. Like
JT just because of injuries.
Yeah.
You can't win it once he missed 3 games.
there's just so many. And CJ Stroud went down. Now it's kind of, if you pay
Stroud's
attention, he's coming back up.
Stroud's got to be 2 or 3 now.
He's coming back up, and then
He's
and
looked great
back
the last
up.
few weeks, throwing big numbers up.
I would say honestly, I bust his balls about it because Mintz is too excited. But I'd say Corral's right there as far as the Heisman right now.
Did anybody else just really, really wish Arkansas got that 2-point conversion once.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Sure
Ole
did.
Miss just
Yeah, hell yeah.
allowed that clock not to run out.
I had Ole Miss -5. I hope
People are
if you
mad
don't
at
cover,
me.
I hope you get embarrassed.
People are mad at me. He threw the bomb. I tweeted Corral, and then I went for a nickname. Corral covers. People said wait till the zeros. I took a lot
way
of
too
shit.
much time on the clock.
Well,
Which-
but how,
the way
as a
the game
home
was
clock
going.
operator, do you
Yo.
not allow that to go hit fucking zero?
We've had home clock issues since the dawn of sports.
Are you
How that
kidding
guy
me?
leaves a second on
Oh.
is beyond me.
So
It wouldn't have been a bad second either.
No.
It would have been okay, maybe questionable, but it wouldn't have been like that egregious.
I don't think they have enough evidence to overturn it
No.
if he runs it off.
So Corral covers that was the impetus for you DMing a guy to go fuck himself?
No, I mean they just look for cloud and they try to
That
bury
game-
you.
Well,
That
you
game
DM'd
ripped
him
my
though. He
soul
didn't DM you.
Because he said something foul first. That's the part of the story that's being
Foul
left
little
out
boy.
of history.
Foul little boy.
Yeah, he's a foul little boy.
That's just the best thing ever.
Fuck you.
Fucking foul little boy.
Ole Miss ripped my soul out.
Yeah, I mean, Ev had you talk about a Saturday of
I
swings.
had Texas, me and Big Head on the plane, Texas and Ole Miss back-to-back. And then Casey, Oklahoma by 7. Turns around to me and Big, oh my God. Literally a dagger through my fucking heart.
And then what'd you have at night?
Is there a possible worse way
I
to
had
Literally,
Give him the night.
after they
I
wthey were
think he had the
playing
same
for a
thing.
field goal,
He had
and they
Nebraska.
busted one. And then I had Nebraska, heartbreaker, and fucking Virginia Tech. They were up 8 with 3 minutes left. They lost in regulation.
Justin Fuente should be fired immediately.
Disgust. How do you allow
He's
that
not-
to happen?
He's just not the guy.
No, he's not.
He's
the
got
guy.
to go
Having
back
four-
to a.
They were
Four of those-
29-21.
Yeah.
They were up 8 with 3 minutes left and lost in
I
regulation.
understand if it goes to overtime, how do you lose in regulation if you're up 8 points? Like,
Those 4 losses in one Saturday should be a crime.
yeah,
A crime.
I only had 2 with you.
And I
had
ended up
Nebraska.
not even doing that bad. That's how. But it felt bad because it should have been like an incredible day. And I fought back later on, and then yesterday was a disaster.
The chat boy says the White Sox game is postponed. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's real or not.
No, it is. There was a ton of rain.
I feel bad for Marty not being able to see.
I
the
thought
said
teams
they
he
would-
loves.
it was rain. It wasn't Cusack threatening to.
What if that's it? Yeah.
Cusack-
And
they're
White Sox
we
David.
need a day off. we
I
gotta
said
get
it
the
was-
fan base back together.
I watched that stream. I mean, I was there Friday. The White Sox. I was like, I can't wait to fucking pound the Astros. And then with everything going on in the NFL, I didn't end up fucking doing it. I thought the White Sox was the deadest team alive. Actually, it was on my card. I like the White Sox. I like the White Sox tonight. I actually think it could go 5.
Can we talk baseball real quick?
Yeah, we can talk whatever you guys want. Take it wherever you want to take it.
I wholeheartedly think that the Rays are the better team, and 364 days out of the year, I would take the Rays today. I can't not take
Marathon
the Red
day.
Sox on Marathon Day. The
Yellow
glitch.
jerseys.
In Fenway.
Like wait, like
Momentum.
Real
I've
quick.
seen way too
Chance
much
to close
shit
it out.
at this company for them not to win today. Again.
Full disclosure, I was at a wedding. I watched the clip. Can you explain to me, the guy was on second pre-hit, ground rule double, right?
He was on
First. No, he was on first.
Then I got bad information.
No, but
Yes.
he 1,000%. It hit
would've
off
scored.
the
It
wall.
would've been
Renfro knocked it out of play. Like,
The rule,
over the fence.
the rule there, from everything I trust and what I've been told, is that they never assume more than 2 bases.
Yes,
I
but-
know he was rounding
see, it
third.
gets-
But that's where the
See,
rule
that's
needs
where
to
it
be
gets
changed
suspect.
because
Totally
Because
fair.
an outfielder can essentially knock the ball out of bounds on purpose and not give you the run.
Agreed. He didn't in that
but
one.
it
though.
didn't on
wasn't.
purpose. He didn't
Yes,
on
it
purpose.
wasn't on purpose. I
But
honestly,
now it makes you think maybe you should do it on purpose.
well, that's the thing. In all of my years watching baseball and old school clips, like I've never seen anything like that.
Me
And they
either. That
pulled
was
out.
wild.
They pulled out 2 years ago. Tommy Pham doing that in a similar situation where it was accidental. But you're right. Like, what's holding people back from making it look like an accident? But
oops, scooped it over the fence.
Yeah.
Stay on third.
As the rule goes, it goes to like umpire's discretion. And even though the guy is rounding third, there is no way ever that they will allow it because it opens up a can of worms.
now, is that the biggest break in Major League Baseball history?
no
no,
well-
Jeff Mayer.
that fat slob reaching over the fence?
Exactly. The Yankees kid
It's a home run.
and Bartman was the two.
Although I think Mayer's a lot worse than Bartman because Bartman was going straight up, and Moiselou would have had to make a hell of a play, whereas
Yeah.
Tony Tarasco was just camped.
I mean, you could still kind of. What are you saying? Like unnatural interference?
Just biggest breaks.
I mean, Buckner.
That's part of the game.
That cheese had already kind of slid off the cracker. It was already a tie game. I would say
it was still game 6
for the Don Dinkinger for the Royals and the Cardinals in '85 when
missed that was the worst call
it was ninth inning, 1 out, and the Cardinals were about to win the World Series. He missed a call.
Honestly, the pass interference, Rams Saints.
Yeah.
That was egregious.
Keep the baseball. That's the worst of all
I
time.
still think that guy just didn't. He just blacked out. He just didn't blow the whistle. He just literally blacked out.
I mean, there's no other excuse.
There's no other excuse.
As it gets.
If you want to get to other sports, that's a whole different thing. But
I thought he said sports. That's why I said I was like that.
I was keeping it to baseball.
Because in basketball, you could do a ton of them. By the way, I'm starting to get the itch for college basketball.
Yeah.
And pro basketball.
Soon.
I'm starting to get that itch.
Right around now, it starts to see teams working out. November 1st is really when it clicks. I love having the double college football, double college basketball. It's great.
I'm trying to see if we got any chat boys with the biggest breaks in baseball history. Urbeck lifting Ron Gant's leg. I didn't really affect all that much, though. I think that was early in the series. It didn't really affect that much. That's still the greatest World Series of all
And this
time.
still might not affect anything in the long run. But,
Right.
I mean, if the Red Sox end up winning the World Series some way, somehow,
it's going to be. It'll be like the no, it's a different kind of play, but it'll be like the Dave Roberts steal, how that kind of jump started them going towards the run. This could have jump started them.
Other
Don't
sports,
let us win tonight.
the tuck rule.
That's a good one.
Tuck rule.
Yeah, the tuck rule.
That
Literally
changes.
went on for a dynasty.
That changes football history forever.
Yeah, because the Raiders. I mean that early
They might win a
2000s
Super
Raiders
Bowl.
team. Yeah, that
Or the Patriots go at, he had a good year,
But is it
maybe
a
they're
fluke?
looking
Yeah.
aside of Brady, like dead serious. Like
All right. So in baseball, the Red Sox walked it off last night. They lead 2-1. Astros lead 2-1. The NL both are 1-1. Both are tied going into today. So a lot of competitive series, a lot of competitive games, a lot of low-scoring games.
any advice, Minnie? I like the Brewers today.
I don't know if I like the Brewers.
I'm
Their
on the
lineup
Brewers.
is.
I'm
is
staying
kinda
under in that
shambles.
series. Under in that series.
Under is the play.
Yeah.
On the Barstool Sportsbook, I'll have it out. Both teams to not score 5 runs is like plus 155.
I like that.
It's like, oh my goodness.
I also
Now, wait a minute.
I also like the Giants.
Let's discuss this. They're saying the 2016 rain delay in Game 7 was good for the Cubs. What makes it good for the Cubs? Because I remember the Indians had just tied it, right? Indians had just tied it. Aroldis Chapman was on the mound. He ended up coming back after the rain delay. How did that benefit the Cubs? I'm trying to get my mind back into 2016. You can see right up my ass.
I guess a reset of all the momentum was on Cleveland.
Maybe,
and
yeah.
Maybe it slows it down.
Maybe.
It's like calling a timeout when you're getting a 12-0 run on you in basketball.
Okay, all right.
The blackout in the Niners Ravens Super Bowl.
Yeah, and everything changed after that.
Yep.
Huh. All right.
Also, we didn't touch on the fight.
Oh, yeah, Tyson Fury just pounded
Fucking
Deontay Wilder.
incredible.
Great fight.
But he did. But I mean, I thought Fury was done
yeah.
when he got knocked
Fourth
out.
round? Was it fourth round?
I thought when he got knocked down the second time by a clean shot, I was like, he might not get up. You saw he was on the ground. He had no idea what was going on for about 10, 15 seconds. Honestly, I was on Fury. That was a long 10 count.
Yeah.
The second one, he gave him a long 10 count.
So I think Dave put it on Twitter, and he's right. When heavyweight boxing is going right and when it's going good, it's hard to beat.
That was probably the best fight of my life. I can't speak on Ali and Frazier in these fights.
Your adult life.
That I've seen, that was probably the best fight that I've watched of boxing, 100%.
I only saw the highlights on Twitter. I didn't see the fight.
It was
I
awesome.
Recording unnecessary
Because
references.
there was so many. I would say legitimately 5 times that I thought Wilder was dead. Legitimately, like a one shot away, fight's over, and then he would land a big one. You were like,
Yeah.
oh my, that guy is an absolute warrior. Win, lose, draw. He was going out in his shield.
But is he finished?
His career,
Yeah, as a big time title
I don't see them
contending
fighting
fighter.
again because second time he got outclassed. He got outclassed this time too, but he just was an absolute dog. It's hard, man. It's tough when we'll see. There's some good heavyweights right now. We'll see.
So who's the one that beat the shit out of Joshua?
I forget. It's like Usich or
Yeah.
he's a smaller guy. Great boxer though, but he's small. I just think Fury's size is going to be way too much for him.
Okay, all right. Well, Fury's just sitting on top of the game right now.
The guy's a monster.
And he is. Who
got
called
love handles.
the love handle god? Somebody called him.
He's unbelievable.
He literally looks like just a
his
dude.
cardio is insane. He never stops. And that was even after the first round. Wilder came out throwing these jabs to the body. Literally in the corner, in Fury's corner, he goes, he's done. He has no cardio, even though he's jacked. He's 40 pounds less than him. Fury could have went all day. In the 11th round, he still looked fresh.
Yeah.
Wilder just was ready to die in a shield.
I guess I don't know if we talked enough college football. Let's get one more thing. Georgia's the best team in the country.
No question.
I don't know that that's really debatable right now.
Question.
I think last week we erroneously said the discussion begins behind Georgia and Alabama, and maybe Georgia will prove to be mortal eventually. But now I think the discussion begins behind Georgia, and it's the muddiest discussion I've ever seen. I've never seen a picture this muddy this late or this early in the season in college football.
But I'm rooting for.
You think there's that many people saying that Georgia isn't the best team right now?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I think everybody agrees that Georgia's the best team.
After Georgia,
but starting at 2, it's whatever. It's wide open.
You could say 6 different teams.
If they played next week, what teams could give Georgia a realistic fight? There's only 2 of them, in my mind.
So probably Alabama.
Alabama.
Are you going to say Ohio State?
Yeah.
I think Oregon could if Oregon is on their game.
All right. I know they'd be a fucking 18-point dog, but style of play, could Cincinnati make that ugly of 2 good defenses?
I just don't know if they can score at all. I don't know if they can score at all.
Okay.
But I think that's what it comes down to with that's why Ohio State can get thrown in the mixes because they have such a good offense that maybe they could score a little bit. But
keep in
JT
mind
Daniels, I think our defense would probably struggle.
Keep in mind that Cincinnati lost to Georgia's backups in 3rd string last year.
They had a lot of guys out too.
Yeah, but Georgia had everybody out. Georgia had everybody out.
I'm just asking style of play.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because in style play, you're going to run in that in the SEC. Like Auburn wants to ground and pound.
Yeah,
and Auburn wants to do these things, and Auburn has good defense.
I still think Georgia could put up 25-30 on Cincy, and they definitely could not do that on Georgia.
They probably can't do that to them.
They'd be lucky if they scored 10.
I think Ohio
State could beat Cincy. Ohio State could beat Georgia.
I think Georgia's beaten or Georgia's built like the early Saban Alabama's. Just quarterback's fine, running backs are going to be really good, offensive line is massive and good, and defense will just choke you out.
They're just going to out-football you.
Yeah, they're going to out-football. They're going to out-tough you. They're going to out-everything you, and I don't know what you can do to stop it. But people believe that about Alabama this year. They believed Ohio State could be really good. Ohio State got beat. Alabama got beat. Maybe Georgia eventually. I don't know who in the East can do it because Kentucky's doing the thing this week. Kentucky's convincing themselves. Their fan base is convincing themselves 6-0. This is our moment. This is our chance, and they're going to get beat by 30.
They're 22-point underdogs.
They're going to get beat by 30.
22-point underdogs.
And I would not bet at Kentucky right now.
Hell no.
Yeah.
How could you?
Yeah.
They're not going to score. It's hard to see these teams. If you're not electrifying, it's hard to see how you could score on them.
All right, so y'all want to do picks, and then we'll we can circle back and do whatever you guys want.
We have another ad.
Smitty, hit the ad.
So, the demands of modern life, your wardrobe should be as versatile as you are. Brandon Walker, you got a pretty dog shit wardrobe. How about
I have a fantastic wardrobe.
No, you got to spice it up.
Because you just wear free pullovers every day.
Well, not anymore, because in 2016, Cuts founder Stephen Borelli felt boxed in his wardrobe. He hated having a compromise between style and comfort, so he decided to do something about it and started with reinventing his humble plain tee. The result, a tee that GQ calls the only shirt worth wearing.
This is tough to watch.
I mean, it is what it is.
You want to hand it to somebody who can read White Sox, Dave? Yeah. No. You finish it. You finish it. You're fine. You're fine.
Stylish enough for the boardroom, for the street, comfortable enough for workouts in the gym or nights out at the club. You might think, do we really need a new take on the T-shirt? Short answer, yes. Yes, we did. Cuts became world famous for making shirts that look as great as they feel, whatever life throws your way. And now they're reinventing work leisure below the waist, too. They're designed to take an everyday off, even when you do. Shut the fuck up, Brandon Walker. Whenever you're commuting to the office or on a date, Cuts joggers often offer comfort that never quits and style that never disappoints. For a wardrobe as ambitious as you are, as seen on the world's elite athletes like Patrick Mahomes, Damian Lillard, Tim Tebow, Bryce Harper, just to name a few. It's not a lifestyle. It's not just clothing. It's work leisure apparel for the sport of business. Get 15% off your first order at cutsclothing.com/picks. That's cutsclothing.com/picks for 15% off your first order. There, literacy. You
Cuts Clothing, we appreciate your continued business after that. By the way, we went to Virginia Tech for the college football show the other day, and I didn't know this, but just a ridiculously wild tailgate season.
Yeah, big time.
I went down to Center Street, which is where all the college kids tailgate, and it was crazy. It's one of the wildest tailgate scenes I have ever seen. It's unrivaled in college football that I have seen. I've been to about, 30, maybe 35, games and tailgates different throughout this country. Virginia Tech shoots right to the top. It was crazy.
They were in the shows that I've done, the live shows, they slid up to number 2 in my drunkest crowd power rankings.
That was
only rivaled by Penn State in the back of a frat house.
Well, see, but here's the thing. Penn State was kind of like
as hell.
Penn State was zombie drunk. They were like,
that's what I'm saying.
This was rowdy drunk.
They were like, I was in the crowd. They had some drunk ass kid yelling at me. He goes, Virginia Tech in the under. Virginia Tech in the under, which both lost, actually.
We were, we were concerned that we were going to lose it. That they were going to push through, and we were going to have a situation on our hands.
There was a about 10 to 15 minute stop when we were in the airport that we were about to not go.
All right, picks.
Things got a little hairy there.
Yeah, we almost didn't go. Picks. As far as people that are here, I am leading. Marty Mush is ahead, but I'm right there. Rico's in positive units. Can we talk about Mintz for a second? I mean, that's shocking. It's October 11th.
I don't want to see anybody lose, but he's making me feel a little better.
October 11th. He's 24-40. It's not even just the units. He's 24-48. He's literally losing 2 out of every 3 picks.
If you're depressed with your number because of how good you've been, but if it's October 11th, you're down a unit a day.
No, but we're talking real money, though. Yesterday was bad.
Yeah, I got you.
Yesterday was really
I'm just
bad.
saying.
Okay, all right, so I'll go first. I got 3. Braves, Brewers, under 8. Braves, Brewers, under 8. I just don't respect the Brewers lineup, and the Braves have been pitching it well. I think both games have gone under so far. I got Rays money line because I didn't think about what you guys were – wow. And I got Colts +7. Smitty.
Riding everything under with the Braves and Brewers. Got like a stacked thing there.
Jesus Christ, Smitty.
Move on.
It is.
Get the next one up.
Dodgers for score and win.
Big F.
That's lunacy.
I got the Braves. I'm taking the under in the Braves. The Astros got canned, so that's obviously out. I'm on the Ravens -7. I'm going to add the Red Sox.
All right, let's go with Rico.
Brewers, White Sox canceled, Giants, and I'll have a parlay plus tonight. I've been getting hot with those, so you're getting
We didn't talk about the Monday night game at all.
Probably pro Ravens.
I like the Ravens.
Ravens.
I like
Pro
the Colts.
Ravens.
All right. Yak is up next.